All right, it's Glidercat, and we are back in Factory Town Campaign 4. Looks like we've got one more episode, maybe this one, or maybe one more to finish our last victory condition. Let's bring it up. We need to produce 50 elixirs, and we saw that the elixirs require, looks like I think 3 ingredients here. We got to bring these wards, 4 wards, 2 magic cloaks, and 10 gold ingots. We have started bringing in the gold ingots and the magic cloaks. And now we're going to work on getting the wards produced. And we talked about in order to get those wards produced, it takes a couple of ingredients. So the wards are built way over here at this trading post, way on the left side of the map. And we need antidotes and an iron. It's not much, one of each, which is fine. And then we get 1 ward out of that. The antidotes are way over here. And it just takes jam, and we're already producing these. In fact, we're already producing the antidotes. We've got 48 backed up here, and I've got them slowly being sold here through the apothecary. And I think it must sell those pretty slow because, let's see, if we click on it, yeah, it's full up. This apothecary goes to all of our houses, like all the houses are lit up, and it is not really burning through those very fast. So even though we're producing them, we're not able to sell them as fast as we're producing them, even with all the houses we have. But it's getting us a happiness bonus too. So anyway, we've got surplus. Now we just need to get them on a train. And I think what we can do, we're going to experiment with this and learn together, is put another rail car on here. So let's go to, we got it open here, another box car. I think if you drop these right on top of the train, then it just tacks them onto the end. And that's the way to do it. In fact, I think we're going to need 2. So let's do that. Let's focus on the second one and see if I can put up an item filter for this guy. And this guy we want to bring antidote across. So hopefully that will only pick up antidote. This one, let's make sure it's got a filter. It doesn't. Let's make sure this first guy, let's see. We were kind of multitasking with this one, weren't we? Let's set this guy to cloaks. Let's have this third boxcar be the health potions that we're already transporting. And then let's add a 4th boxcar and have that be, let's see. We got the cloaks going. We've got the antidotes. We've got the health potion coming this way. And let's have this one be the wards. All right. So hopefully those will only hold those items. So when they stop at a train station, there should always be room in these cars for what they need. All right. So let me think here for a Secaroni. What we want to have happen is we want to store off these antidotes from the trading post. Are we storing those anywhere? Or are we just letting this thing back up? I guess we're just letting it back up. Boy, it's got an inventory of 50, which is nice. I'm wondering if I can just pop them in the same train station. Looks like we probably can. So I'm going to drop a wagon. And let's grab the antidotes that we're producing and pop them in the same train station that's loading the train. And I might put a little bit more road here just to speed things up. Let me do it off of the hot bar. It's a little faster. Let's do this. Boom and boom. All right. So now we've got antidotes there, and we need a train station at the other end here to unload those. And I think it looks like a train station can I guess if you routed this train track to both sides of the train station, it would load and unload in the same building. So maybe that's something we do or we look to do in the future. But for now, we could do that. Let's not. Let's just drop another train station down. So we'll build this building and train station for now. And let's have this be a loaded one that gets loaded into like that. Which side do I want it on? I think I want it on the other side. So the trains are going to unload into this station. I don't need to put a filter here, do I? Do I? No, he can unload everything he's got. He can unload. I know what all I really want though is the antidote. So let's put a filter on this. Where the station has a filter and the stop has a filter. All right, let's just do it. We want antidote. So hopefully that will only bring antidote over. This guy will do his loop. He'll drop off antidote out of that one cart, just that rail car especially designated for that. Then he'll come in here and pick up the health potions and then go about his merry way. Eventually, we're going to want him to pick up the wards. And we need to get iron going. So let's set this train in motion. It should be able to just keep doing what it's doing now. And we'll start getting some antidote building up into this station as he completes his loops. The fuel, I think, is fine. I'm not going to bother with that. The last piece we need is iron. I've got some up here. Let's just let's get a chute going and see if we can't get this down the hill. I'll put some workers up there and get a little production chain going here for iron. Iron ore. We've got plenty of workers. That being the case, let's see if we can get a mine up here. I think that goes a little bit faster. Building. And let's grab mine. And we will make sure the output lines up nice. We're already starting to do it. I'm going to throw more workers on that. We've got some. And we'll dump a forge. Buildings. Forge. Hop on in. I got to pick a recipe. Let's just go for iron plates. And let's bump this up like crazy. And what do I want to do? I want to get this over to the trading post. I think what I'm going to have him do is dump out into a silo. And I'll just use a belt for that. We've got metal belts here. And let's see, do I need scaffolding? Doesn't look like it. Magic. I don't have magic conveyor belts yet. And I'm probably going to need, looks like I'm going to need a grabber. Let's see. Boom. Is that working? All right, we've got iron plates. We don't have fuel. We've got fuel over here. You know what I could do? I wonder if I could just run another chute right next to this. Let's see. Build. Or I've got it here on the F1 hotbar. Boom. I don't know. This is going to be a little snug. We can try it just for fun. Nope. That's not what we want. All right. That was worth a shot, but that's not what we want. We can leave it. Actually, it doesn't hurt. So it's got plenty. What we can do, it looks like, is that uphill or downhill? I can't tell. It looks like it's uphill. Why don't we run belts? F3. Metal conveyor belts. We'll just come over this way. Come on. Okay, what am I missing? Metal conveyor belts. Do we not have them? Metal conveyor belts. We've got 160. So why can't I click and drag these guys? I guess it's just they don't like the terrain. Let's see. Let's see if we can make this work. There we go. I'm not sure what the difficulty was there. Let's drop some. Let's fix the pathing on this. This looks like it's backwards. I wonder if I can just drag over these. Yep, that worked. Let's drop a couple workers. Just to make sure we're getting fuel into the forge. Resume. All right. And let's rotate this guy with the move tool. Tools. Tools. Oh, I've got something typed in the search criteria that was filtering me down. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so now we got some iron here, and I just need to get it over to the to the actual trading post is who needs it, and he can take 50 for inventory. Let's use a caravan for that, and you can grab this iron and bring it all the way over to the trading post. All right, so that's moving. This guy should have plenty of fuel. And then as he produces it, it'll go into the silo, so we won't back up there. Now, this guy, this train station should be unloading what do? We put a filter on here, the antidote from all the way to the other side of the map. So I'm going to stop this train just so we can see what he's got going on. If I can stop this train, I should say. All right. Fuel and water look great. We're in good shape there. I don't know what an item filter means for the actual train engine. So let's look at the boxcar. We've got this one's set up to have magic, and he doesn't have any. So hopefully he dropped those off at the second stop up at the top of the map. Antidotes is what he's going to pick up over here. Health potion is what he's going to pick up. So he should have picked up antidotes the other side. He doesn't have anything. So let's just see what he does. We're going to run the train. And I was kind of expecting him to have some antidotes on him. All right, so he comes through. Let's stop the train and take a look what he's got in his rail cars. He's not going to have wards. He should have. Okay, he's got health potion here, but I've got an item filter set to antidote. So now I'm not sure why. Maybe if I take this filter off. The train. Let's see. I'm real curious as to how I've got a filter here for antidote, but he's carrying this health potion. So let's let it run and see if we can't figure that out. Meanwhile, we've got our trading post full up with iron. So he's just waiting on that antidote to come back. So let's see what he does. Here's our train. Coming around, and when he comes to this train station, we expect him to, let's see, unload more of that health potion. Looks like he did. And now let's stop the train if we can. Stop the train. This station has a bunch of antidote. Our little filter here. Okay, our filter here doesn't have anything. Okay, load the train. Active state on. Item filter, none. Hold until full, none. And I don't think he picked up any antidote, did he? Yeah, he did. Okay, good. So he picked up the antidote. That's what we want. We'll let him keep going here. And actually, let's stop and see. Did he pick up any new cloaks? Yep, 7. What are we doing on cloaks? Only got 2. What's holding that up? Cloaks. The milk. Okay. Kind of saw this as being an issue. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we don't have any water or anything going to this farm, so it's going to be a little slow. But we can pump the workers quite a bit. Let's do that. That'll get more flour in there. And we could even pump up one worker here. Okay, that should get us more milk, and that should speed up our cloaks. So now we're in pretty good shape. The last thing we have is the wards that we think are going to get unloaded here once they're produced. So we got to wait for this guy to bring the antidote all the way over here to this train station. And then we need one more wagon or caravan. I'm just going to do a wagon. And this guy will bring the antidote over to the trading post. And then we'll need another wagon to bring. Or actually, we won't. This conveyor belt will send the wards straight into the loading station. All right, so let's see what happens here if we stop the train. Oop. Did we get anything? Okay, the boxcar. Okay, he's got health potion. He's taking the other direction. The antidote car is empty. So it should be in here, but I don't see it, right? Oh, you know what? He may have dropped that antidote over here. Yep. Okay, we don't want that. So let's see. How do we filter on that? There's got to be a way, right? This guy, this train stop doesn't have an item filter, so he'll take everything. We want him to take 2 things. So, but I only can pick one filter. Oh, let me think about this for a second. There's got to be a way to do it. So we want him to take wards and we want him to take the cloaks. So how can I get that to happen? Access type unload, that's fine. Item filter, hold until empty. Signal tag, unload. Item filter, I can only pick one. I think, let's see. So if I say cloaks, yeah, it looks like there's only one spot, but let me see if I can pick another. Cloaks and what was their thing? Wards. Can I control click? Probably not. Let's just try it. So you only get one filter. Boy, there's got to be another way. Let's see. So we might be able to drop another. Okay, so we've got this train stop set as ward. Let's see if I can put another train stop block in front of this station. That might be one way of doing it. Let's do a logic block. Where is that block? It is pathing. Okay, we're going to look for that train station loader block. And I'm not sure where I would find that. Take it from the buildings here and we'll just look through. Train station. It's not a worker. I don't see it as a path. I doubt it would be here. Structural blocks, scaffolding. This is logic blocks. Okay, minecart loader, train stop. That's the one we want. So let's put one here. And let's on this one, let's add the item filter for, what was it? We had cloaks. Yeah. So we've got cloaks and wards. And if I wanted to get those antidotes out, I could probably put one going the other way. Let's see if that solves our problem. Where is our train? Do I have him stopped? Where is he? All right. Let's see if that solves our problem. So with the trains, it looks like we got to worry about, putting bridges over them or bridging over roads or having roads bridge over the train tracks so that our wagons and everything else can still move around. All right, here he comes. He's going to drop off health potions into this station, probably. Right? There they go. He only got 13. And he's going to load up the cloaks and the antidotes. So we saw both of those go down. And then here, since we put those train stops with filters, should only take a couple things. Should only take the cloaks and then eventually only take the wards. So when he comes out of here, hopefully he still has those antidotes on him. We'll find out. When he loops around, maybe we'll stop the train. So we can take a look at this. We should get cloaks dropping in, and that's it. Okay, good. He didn't drop any more antidotes. And this is our guy who's hauling cloaks up to the barn. Here he comes. Let's see. Okay, got him. Yes, fuel and water look great. No issues there. He'll pick up some more water here. Boom. And now this one. Okay, let me stop him. So we're hoping to see antidotes in here. Boom, there they are. Good deal. And then here is where he's going to pick up his health potion. So we'll let this guy run. And now I can get this wagon taking health potion over to the trading post. And I need one more, or I don't even need a wagon, right? So we should see once this trading post, who's got all the iron he needs, gets some antidotes, he should start producing wards, and we should see those come out on this belt. We don't have a filter. Oh, we do have a filter on that belt. Let's see. For this one, item filter. Can I just turn that off? There we go. So I just have that grabber say to anything you've got, send it into the train station. And then let's look at the loader train stop here. I don't have an item filter there, so everything here should get dumped on that train when it comes back. And we should be in really good shape here. But it could be perfect timing too for our episode length. We might be able to get it done this episode. Why don't we start getting the stuff that we have going on in our barn here? Why don't we route that into this trading post? So this guy, can he, let's see, I'm not sure. Let's see, I got to have a filter. Can I just do nothing? Send it all in. So there goes the gold and the cloaks. And I might just do the same thing the other way. Let's see if we can get away with that. Basically, and then maybe I can have a wagon just bring the wards. Hopefully we'll see some wards get here. The train's got to make another complete loop before we do that. So hopefully he's got some on here somewhere. There they are, 12. This guy's bringing up those. In fact, let's have him now take cloaks and just bring them up to the trading post. And then we're just draining the we're just draining the barn directly with the belt. Looks like we got all the gold we need. Yeah, we've got plenty of gold, so that wasn't a problem having that slow caravan do it. But we need some wards, and as soon as we get the wards, we're going to start producing elixirs. It takes 4 per elixir. And we need, what do we need? 50 elixirs? Yeah, 50. So 200 wards we're going to need. Let's see. Did we get them yet? Not yet. Did they get dumped off over here? I hope not. Yep, they did. All right. So let's make sure we filter over here. This trading post, all he needs from the train is health potion. So let's update the filter on this to only be health potion. Boom. Now, the health potions should Should be the only thing that gets offloaded, and those wards won't accidentally get dumped off here. Let's take a look. Where is he? He's on his way back. He's got 16 more wards. That's 4. That'll be 4 elixirs if those wards make it all the way up. And is there anything we can do to ramp this up now? Basically, in order to make those wards, we just need antidotes and iron plates. And let's see, we've got a bunch of antidotes here. Is it this guy who's bringing them? Yeah, it's bringing them kind of slow. Since we're getting to the end of the game here, why don't I go and speed that up with a caravan instead of that thing. Boom. And then we'll also get rid of this wagon, and we'll throw some road tile in here and just speed that up a little bit. Okay. So here he comes with antidote. Whoops. What did I just click on? I don't know what happened there. Antidotes here. Okay, he burns through them pretty fast. He needs more iron plates. Here they come. Boom. And then those are loading up here. All right, good. So now we're producing a lot more wards. So this guy should load up. I'm not sure how many of these take. Is there a worker in the way here? Let's see how many of these boxcars can hold. They can only hold 50, eh? So there go 50 wards. And now, hopefully, they'll make it up here. We've got some up there already. Do I have anybody bringing those up? I don't. It doesn't look like it, does it? Let's grab a... Let's see. Let's just grab a caravan. We'll go big here since we're getting near the end. And bring those up to that. And that's the last ingredient. And we can start producing elixirs, our 50 elixirs. Here we go. Got a small batch of 16 coming in. And there they go. And there's no room for them. So I'm going to clear this out. Clear out that filter so it can bring in what we want. Or actually, I should make this elixirs, huh? Where are the elixirs? Here. Boom. Now those will come in. And there's plenty of room. Here comes some more. Let's look at our victory conditions here and see where we're at. 6 out of 50. Okay. And I see one little problem here. Let's make this grabber take cloaks. We'll limit that guy to... Whoops. What is that? I see. We're jammed up here a little bit. Okay, he's got all the cloaks he needs. He just needs the gold to come through. So I'm going to grab a tool here and clear off this belt with the stuff that he doesn't need. And then I'm going to put another belt here to bring the gold in. I thought we might get away with the way I had it, but apparently not. Let's do this, do dupe and dupe. And then we'll filter this guy to the gold. Boom. Okay, now we should be golden, so to speak. And there he goes. He's getting his gold, and we're producing more. He's got 34 wards. Here comes the gold. We've got plenty of gold in here. I think we got more than enough to finish. More cloaks coming in, more than he needs. And if we look at our counter, we should see this thing ticking up pretty steady now. 11, 12. Let's see, what are we missing? More gold. It's coming in. How many gold does it take? I see it takes 10 gold per. And in the interest of time, let's just drop another caravan over here and have him just bring the gold in and speed that up even faster than the belt can do. Because it does take 10 per. Boom. All right. So now we should see this this number tick up in bursts, it looks like. 22, 26. All right, we're almost there. We pretty much did it. Let's just watch this guy go up to 50 elixirs. And what's he waiting on? Looks like he's probably waiting on the wards to come in. Waiting, there's our train doing his thing. Here comes 50 more wards. What is that? 12? That'll be 12 more elixirs we get out of that one. So yeah, that'll get us up to what, 41? All right, we are in good shape. There we go, 37. Yeah, we're almost there. So we did it. We figured out the train a little bit. There's, we learned that the train stops with those filters are kind of important. And it seems a little strange that you can only put one filter. It'd be nice if for each train stop block, you could specify multiple items that it can accept. But from what I see, you can only put one. So if you have the train track coming across the front of a train station and you don't loop around it, looks like you're limited to pulling either everything off that train or just up to 3 selected items. Now, I might be wrong. If you know of a better way to do it, go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll take a look. And then maybe I'll research that ahead of our next campaign once we get into the train portion of that. But yeah, we're almost there now. We're 41. We've got 9 more. That should be one more batch of those wards coming in. Should do it for us. We, next time, like I said, we would have done the gold. It's right here. So we could have set up our gold smelting right next to where we needed it. But I just did the caravan kind of for fun since we had already set up gold smelting way on the other side of the map and didn't really have a use for it. Next time, in the next map, we'll definitely do better on our yellow coins and get that squared away early and maybe focus on prioritizing the happiness earlier so we can get that production bonus all the way through. So maybe early on in the game, we focus on supplying more products to the food market and to the general store. Oh, 49, we need one more. And then that'll help us 2 ways, right? We'll have more coins. We won't run out of yellow coins, and then we'll have the happiness bonus going up by providing more products. So that's something we can do. It seems like a lesson learned. And what else? There we go. Victory. Campaign 4 completed. Not too shabby. Awesome. Cool. I'm looking forward to the next one. I think there's 8 campaigns, and that's only number 4. So we'll see if we can plow through the next campaign faster. We'll take what we learned in this one and the previous campaigns and apply it to the next one. And then eventually, in the back of my mind, I really want to try that 5,000 happiness challenge. So I've read about that. I haven't seen anybody do it. I haven't watched any videos. I kind of want to do it from scratch and kind of work through the problems with you together rather than, just copy what I see on some videos. So I'm not going to watch any challenge videos on that. I want to kind of make a let's play on that maybe. And then we'll learn as we go and kind of retrofit things as we go and see if we can't get to what I believe is attainable, which is 5,000 happiness across your villagers. So that's probably a huge production bonus too. But I'm imagining you got to supply a lot of resources to make that happen. You probably got to fill out just about everything that those markets take and the apothecary takes and all that stuff. So anyway, we'll try and get to that. But first, we'll jump next to, I guess it's campaign 5. And until then, again, I want to thank you for sticking with me on this series. If you made it to the end, I've mentioned it before. This is an early channel. I'm just getting started with doing the YouTube thing. And I've got a lot to learn. I know it. And so we'll try to improve every series. But again, if you did make it this far to hear me speak now, I really do appreciate it. A lot of work goes into these, and I'm hoping to make them better for you as we go. Hopefully, you found some enjoyment. And with that, it'll be Glidercat signing off for now, saying I will see you in the next Let's Play series, Campaign 5, the next time it's time to play. Take care, and I'll see you next one.